Call of Duty players have lots of different ideas for what constitutes ELO hell. Some say it's Crimson and above, where cheaters are running rampant and it's almost impossible to climb. Others say that it's Platinum, where some players are diamonds in disguise and others are somehow way above their station. But the true ELO hell is actually Silver, where you'll find half the lobby trying to get better, while the other half wanders around the map dazed and confused. You don't want to be stuck here, and I don't want you stuck here either. So let's get you out as quickly as possible. What's up, Sneaky Beavers? It's Assassin, and today's video is a guide to getting out of Silver in Black Ops 7 rank play. Whether you're hard stuck or you just botched your placement matches, follow these tips and you'll soon be in Gold, Platinum and above. The gameplay in the background is a ranked play match of Overload on Scar. It seems to be my strongest map at the moment. All of my best gameplays are on Scar, and I'm not sure if I should be proud of that or I need to expand my map pool. The first tip, and one that I gave out in my bronze guide as well, is to continue improving your aim. This is something you need to constantly work on and improve, because as you get better and climb the ladder, you'll be coming against opponents who react faster and shoot straighter. Warming up before every session is critical to your success. Load up a private match, free for all, with directional radar, and spend about 15 to 20 minutes shooting at bots. You need to be concentrating on your centering, that's where your crosshairs are pointed as you move around the map, and your accuracy. For centering, keep your crosshairs at chest level and point them towards spots where enemies will be coming from. When it comes to accuracy, make sure you're controlling your weapon's recoil and adjusting your aim when enemies make sudden movements. In some cases, you will find it's easier to come out of ADS and back in again, which in turn is going to improve your centering more as well. Start things off slowly, and as your warm-up progresses, try to do things quicker and quicker while still staying accurate, and bring in some movement mechanics towards the end too, just to loosen up a little. After that, jump into one or two multiplayer games as well if you have the time, just regular online public matches to start shooting against real people. When we talked about getting out of bronze, I stressed the importance of playing the objective. Now, it's time to take that to the next level. Instead of just going to a new objective when it appears, you should learn the hardpoint rotations, overload device spawns, and some bomb plant spots in Search and Destroy. For hardpoint, the objective moves in a sequential order. Learn the locations the hill goes to, and when there is 15 to 20 seconds left on the current objective, start heading over to the next one. You'll be able to pick up spawns for your team, set up on the new objective for some easy points, and pick up a couple of free kills if you catch the other team trying to do the same thing. In my last video, I talked about learning hardpoint spawns, but the reality is that in Silver you don't need to be worrying about that just yet. Simply rotating will be enough to make the difference. With Overload, whenever you score, the EMP resets to a new location on the map. As with hardpoints, the device moves in a sequential order. You can see here now that we are fighting over the objective at the P2 hotel. Once this is scored, the next one will spawn in the middle of the map, and it will do so every single time. When your team is about to score, rotate to where the next device will spawn, either to pick up the objective yourself, or to set up in a power position to cut off the enemies as they run over there. Next, let's take a look at Search and Destroy. There are places where you can plant the bomb, run to a power position or corner across the map, and still see that briefcase. That means you can see if an enemy is picking up the bomb to defuse it. There are a bunch of YouTubers who have done videos on bomb spots, and perhaps at some point I will put one together for you guys in the future. In the meantime, feel free to just search them online. Similarly, if you've learned these bomb spots, when you're defending and the enemy team plants, you can check where they've planted it for and figure out where they're likely to be. For example, if on raid the A-bomb is planted towards the defending team's spawn, there's almost always someone up in top laundry or playing around the white van. you can call this out for your teammates so that they also know where to look. Speaking of communication, it's time for you to speak up and talk to your teammates. Now this might not get you out of silver on its own, but it's crucial for when you get to the higher ranks, so please start practicing it now. You need to learn the callouts for each map. That's what each position is called. For example, here on Scar, as the sides flip here, I've spawned back green, and over to my right you've got the 18-wheeler. You will learn these callouts in a few different ways. Firstly, from the listen-ins when watching the Call of Duty League, you will hear the pro teams naming places on the map. Second is from other teammates in-game. You might be fortunate enough to have someone in your squad who is also talking and can communicate with you. Finally, some callouts are just common sense. This green building here on Scar, to my left, yeah, that's called green, and you'll never fucking guess where top blue is. If someone called out plain, like come on, you know exactly where that is. So what should a call out sound like? You need to give your teammates 3 pieces of crucial information. How many players there are, where they are, and whether they are weak. For example, a call out here on Scar might sound like 2 guys pushing mid, 1 is weak. A couple of things to mention here. Do not describe people as one-shot because I guarantee they aren't. Instead, call them tagged if you hit 1 to 2 shots, or weak if you nearly got the kill. Please don't fool your teammates into thinking they can fire 1 bullet and magically get your trade. Secondly is a piece of advice shared by former pro player Aches back when he was dominating in Call of Duty Ghosts. At that time, he was on the complexity team that dominated the scene, and they were so good that he even put out a twit longer giving tips to their fiercest rivals. He said in that twit longer to make your call out first, instead of complaining that you died and then calling out. Don't say, "Oh my god, how did I die? Oh, by the way, he's going to be." Or start crying about lag and then saying that the enemy is top blue. Because in that time, the guy who killed you has already jumped out the fucking window and killed 2 of your teammates, all because you didn't give them the information. Don't expect your teammates to be doing the same communication, by the way, because chances are they won't, especially in silver. And here in the EU servers, even if they are communicating, there's likely to be in a different language. So even if you did GCSE French or Spanish, good luck, you're gonna need it. So on top of that, you need to start reading your minimap too. Anytime you're not in a gunfight, you should be glancing at your minimap every 2 to 3 seconds. It tells you not only where the enemies are via the red dots, and frankly you should know that already, but also where your teammates are and what they're looking at. Let's say a teammate's blue arrow disappears. You need to recognise that, and if he was close to you, ready yourself for a gunfight, or jump in to quickly trade the kill. There is more to the minimap than just chasing the red dots. Now, if you need a clearer view, press the button to pull up the scoreboard and tab over to the TAC map. That will show you the entire map layout and where people are. Silver is absolutely the ELO hell of Black Ops 7, and you'll need a strong mental game to climb out of this rank too. Take this gameplay for example. For most of the match we've been 3-2 down and we've massively struggled in the first half, but I've kept a cool head throughout and focused on my game. You'll see at the end of this match I make a huge play to win it in the dying moments, and that wouldn't be possible if I'd lost my cool and started running out and doing stupid shit. Even if you are losing, and it could be by 100 points in hardpoint, you could be 5-0 down in search and destroy, please just remember that it's not over until that final point is scored. If you just play smart and shoot straight, you can always come back to win. That's everything for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned something useful. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and if you're new around here, please consider subscribing. There is going to be a bit of a wait before the next video comes out. I'm about to go on holiday with my family for a week, and between work and other life stuff, I just haven't had the time to schedule anything for you guys. When we are back though, the next video will be some overload tips. That should be out within the next week, and then we'll talk about getting out of gold. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the final few moments of this gameplay, because I'm about to win these boys the game, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Un bal.
EMP location reset. Sudden death. We picked up the device. Clean work.
Bah ouais.
No leaks.
Bah si, non, non.
Damn, I
super.
think I might be impressed.
Bah oui.